Okay, I think the mic would be working now, and let's see why this guy is having troubles. Great. Let's just. Okay. Hi, Winner. I hope you can hear me now. My game's just not being fun right now. Uh, Turn off this source. Let's see. Let me figure this out. This. Come on, OBS. Yes. Why the screen's rolling? Screen's rolling because I'm pushing the limits of my capture card. It's supposed to do 1080p 60. Because I want to play in 120, it wants to just stutter sometimes. But yeah, I think it should be fine now. I think everything should be fine now. And I have both my chats open. So everything looks good now. I hope so. So Winner's here. He can tell me. I'm gonna need to open WhatsApp and phone because I can't do WhatsApp and YouTube chats. Yes, everything's working. Thanks, Winner. Try daily C. Sure. I don't have any rookies here anyway. So yeah, sure. This is my first time trying daily C. Best. He says. Best. By the way, Meher invited me to a party. C. Okay, daily C. Daily C. Daily C. Watkins Glen with GR1s. I think I heard you and Abdus talk about it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You're
नहीं
live
मैंने
on
अपनी
stream, by the way.
I have seen that.
What happened
मैं
to your
मैंने
livery?
सर मैं मना कर रहा है
क्या मना कर रहा है?
जो मैंने बनाई है
तूने क्या बनाई है? दिखा.
भेज रहा हूँ
भेज मत. यहीं दिखा. सबको दिखा.
हाँ तो
Winner is
सबको
also
दिखा
watch. I'm not in your friends
कोई
list. You are, Winner.
देखो मैंने भेजी है आपको 3 फोटो है
One second. Winner needs to be in my friend list. I think I.
देखो भेजी है मैंने आपको
1 second. I don't. UNESCO dispatch. Winner is already in my friends. Oh, I am so sorry, brother. How can this be? I know for a fact I added Winner. As soon as I came back from Chennai, I added you. I don't know why you're not there. But yeah. Okay, messages, Meher. What's this livery? Let's see. Only fast, SNI, light. Meher, you're there?
यस यस यस
Yeah, I understand why Taran isn't letting you.
है ना
Because it's bloody boring.
Boring?
Yes, this livery is boring. It has no character
Come
whatsoever.
on.
It's boring.
भाई मेरे पेपर चल रहा है. Don't have enough time to make crazy liveries at this point.
It is very boring. Sorry. I don't. The amazing and I get the jokes, but they're not landing. Only fast, like
Amazing.
हाँ
Like
सो काफी बोरिंग काफी
कुछ था ही नहीं वहाँ पे क्रेजी कुछ है ही नहीं यहाँ पे.
क्रेजी की बात नहीं है, तूने मेहनत नहीं करी है टेक्सचर्स के साथ, इट्स जस्ट यू टुक लाइक 7 stickers and you just strung it together. Lazy. This is a lazy level.
It took me 1 hour.
A 1 hour is not good enough time. You know how much time it took me to make our livery for this thing, SEC? It took me 8 hours.
भाई साहब.
ठीक है, so and winner says
अरे
that
मेरे तो पेपर चल
so
रहे
made
हैं.
that my mojo's snoring. He says that his mojo's snoring. How boring it is. Wow, okay.
कोई ना.
The only car I have
कोई
is
गल्ली विनर वीरे.
whatever you want to say to him, you can. He's watching.
विनर वीरे. कोई गल नहीं.
गलता हैगी.
कोई ना. I'll remake my livery on Thursday. I don't have enough time right now. I have my exams till Thursday. Anyways, I will be going now. I have my maths exam tomorrow. Okay, भैया.
Bye bye. See you. Let's check this bishop. Okay, 200 is too late. Why is my speed in miles per hour? Because it helps me when I'm trying to set a very fast lap. It helps me better track my apex speeds. That's because when I'm looking downstairs, I don't need like 3 digits moving as fast as the car itself. I need something that's going to be a little bit slower. That's it. That's the only reason. It's a performance reason. At least now, when you look at me, now you'll realize how much of coaching I need from you guys. Now you know that this is my approach to a track. I'm gonna take ages to get acclimated to this track. because I still haven't done like half the tracks in GT7. That's it. 137 to 800. This push from there and I'm increasing to 800. So 300 is a little bit good. Maybe if I improve my braking technique, sure. But yeah, track learning mandatory first. Yes, I know the track, but track bar combo. But yeah, my process is generally I'm just gonna get on the track, set a very shitty time, and then do a couple of races. So that way I just get acclimated to the track a little bit. 350 seems like a good spot. Yeah. Okay. Just try to brake very very late. 800. What's up, Mac? I'm just trying out something that Winner was talking about, and then I'm gonna go back to the series. I'm gonna see where I end up. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back to the things that we were talking about. I just need 2 more minutes. Let me just try out this. I can see how it would be. 136.4. Let's see. Where did I end up? I should be 5 seconds off. No, I'm 8 seconds off. Okay. And global leaderboard, I'm like, yeah, roughly 9 seconds off. Okay, cool. I will work on this later, but right now DR is not a priority. So we're gonna move back to our rookie series, and I'm gonna go back to the basics. Mac, I am taking questions if you have any um about what we discussed yesterday. If you put track time, if you want, if there's something else that you want to see today, anything else, I have um Yeah, the chat's open. So, and if not, I can simply just move on to the next best thing. Oh, GD3 RS. At least it was good. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a no, no questions, right? So I'm gonna go back. Uh, Times for Brands Hatch Atlanta. I haven't done that yet. I know the Atlanta circuit, but I haven't done a full lap yet because I told you, right? So whatever we did on stream yesterday was my prep. I am live streaming my entire prep, right? So Aiden's here. Wah, what's up, Aiden? So I am prepping with you guys, right? So the maximum I did yesterday was I did sector 2 as well, right? And I sort of understood what the car wants for sector 2, right? Spidey's here. What's up, Spidey? Show Atlanta Lab, brother. Yeah, I will show Atlanta Lab. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna start with Atlanta um today, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna teach you guys a better way to practice um things, right? So okay, where is Atlanta? America would be Atlanta, right? Where is Atlanta? Atlanta is in APAC. Oh, I am blind right now. I don't know. Goodwood Brands Hatch, Spartegna, Red Bull. Is it Guys, am I blind or what? Here it is. Michelin. It starts with Michelin. Right. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just stupid blind. Right. So here it is. When you're gonna go to Atlanta, the first thing, again, as usual, what we talked about yesterday. I know the car is different, but do it with do the circuit experience, so you know what exactly you're dealing with, right? Make sure that you understand the track. So I'm not gonna do the whole circuit experience shebang here again. I just I'm gonna show you guys another way on how I basically go about practicing stuff, right? So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna load up a time trial. I'm gonna go full course. Select whatever time you want. We're gonna load up the car with the correct config, right? We're gonna set up our settings. Change car. And we're gonna load this up. Let's see if I have it. Softs. Cool, right? So again, we're gonna start with our basic process, right? But what we're gonna do, we're gonna come in here, right? Now this is, again, keep in mind, this first time I am absolutely trying. Just come in first, set a lap, do what you think should be done with this car, right? Just what I learned about this car is this car does not like steering, right? I'm gonna do a very, very nice, slow, conservative lap, right? It's gonna come in here, nice Sunday drive, but just go in and finish a lap. Not like that, obviously. So we're gonna try this. But yeah, I'm struggling. So yeah, whatever you're gonna experience in this circuit experience for the first track, uh, the time attack car is gonna feel a whole lot different because these are sports off and they have a whole lot more grip. So just go about Finish your first lap. Again, basic fundamentals, 80 and 100, 80 and 100, right? Do your 80s and 100 and just learn what you're doing, right? So that turn, I went wide. That means my entry was compromised, right? So I know that now. I know that maybe, okay, I need to change something here. And I'm going to tell you guys, this is going to be a super, super slow lap. SRC, what's up, my guy? Akele, Akele, yes, Akele, Akele. Because this is a part of my streaming series where I'm just basically telling rookies how I prepare for a lap. And you guys being here is an added bonus because you guys can give me tips because I'm a rookie compared to you guys. But yeah, invite Riju. One second. Winner, you want me to set up a lobby or you want me to send you a voice chat invite? 131.5. Okay, that's the time I got. I am gonna set up a voice party and invite winner. Uh, is he even online? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have a lap set now, right? Again, we're gonna follow the same process, and I think winner's here. Yeah. So we've recorded lap, and I'm just gonna exit here. Save my best lap replay. Right. I'm just gonna do that. Now, why I did
नहीं
that?
हो रही बंदे साथ जी भाई मैं आधे घंटे से वेट कर रहा हूँ
Hi, winner. किस चीज का वेट कर रहा है आधे घंटे से?
वो आज करेक्ट होने का
Very good. Now you're here. Say hi to the stream.
ये व्हाट्स अप मैन व्हाट्स अप स्ट्रीम
So I walked through the very basics of GD7, fundamentals of GD7 yesterday, drills, brake drills, throttle drills, and we did weight transfer and stuff. So very very basic on how to test your car, what how to check the car's limits, right? Uh, and I am doing something similar today, but with a different track. So yesterday it was easier for me because we had a circuit experience with the same car, albeit on the sport hard tires. But आज अपने पास completely new circuit है, कोई circuit experience नहीं है, कोई time attack नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. We have no reference, right? So I'm teaching these boys how to get past without any reference because that's how you prep for leagues. Any words of wisdom for them?
डोंट पुश दिस कार
Don't
डोंट
push
ब्रेक
this.
लेट
Okay. Don't
like
push this
the
car.
way
Don't
you
break.
drive GT3 and GR1 forget how to drive those when you're driving this car
There you
and
go.
try not to shift a lot
Okay.
no second gear except one time at the final chicane corner on this track
Okay.
down the back straight. Other than that, no need for second. And try to be in third and fourth max of the times. Shift this car at 50%. Don't rev it out.
Don't rev it out.
Yeah, no time this should be revved out. 60%, 70% shift it.
Let's yes. Okay, 70%, yes, I understand why you said it. So I'll just explain to the stream, right? So guys, you see this graph, right?
Exactly.
The blue line here is basically where you're gonna get your max bhp, This blue line is BHP. Now, if you look at it, it is sitting right under, let's say, about, if the scale is 1000 to 7000 RPM, it's sitting at about 5 6000 RPM. So you're gonna have that kind of, so you, after that there's a major drop. So I think, that's why I was not as fast as I could have been yesterday. Um, so I think
I'll
I'm
give you
gonna,
one
yeah,
tip.
yeah.
Where the gear shifter comes, na, when it asks you to downshift on the meter,
Mm-hmm.
when the rev rev bar reaches that red point
Okay.
of the downshift thing,
Mm-hmm.
shift it. Perfect marker for shifting.
Got it. So when it's at the empty point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, when it's at the M of the empty point. No, that's too far away, I guess. Yeah, but it will work. See, red box is uh, earlier than M of empty. And on this corner, exit on third itself when you are joining the main straight.
Yeah.
And don't shift to fifth, okay? Shift directly from fourth to sixth.
Okay, 1 second. Because you have a lag, so I'm just gonna start sharing my screen here. So you and I
Yeah,
are in
then I'll
sync.
put this off.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it will confuse me as well. ले भाई.
I started my share screen. Arshad, winner bhai, kya hal chal? Sab khairiyat. Arshi wants to know your khairiyat.
Okay, what's up? ओ भाई इतनी ज्यादा आवाज थी जाने दिया. Air only the third. Yeah, nice. Air shift to five and you will have that. You won't go wide if you shift a bit early to five. Air
Wait there.
till third.
Turned into soon, didn't break enough.
Yep.
Not enough rotation.
Air till third. Accelerate fast. Again till second. And exit on third.
Okay, I should have saved, okay, before I hit the apex. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this car
Then
doesn't like straight line upshifts at all.
yep. Here also till second. And when you approach that inside
Yeah,
apex,
it
shift
broke
to
too late.
third and then actuate the throttle, take them out.
Okay, we already have like what, 5 seconds off?
Yep.
Yeah. See, that's why you talk to faster drivers. That's why you talk to them, you work with them, guys. I
Yeah, yeah.
am gonna make sure that I hear you properly. Yeah. Let's try that again. Okay, so what's the brake marker for the last,
Just before 100.
just before 100, right?
Yeah, like 30 meters before 100, I will say.
So on the first, you said I have to go straight on fourth and then back to sixth, right?
From fourth to sixth, yeah.
Okay.
No, everywhere. Not here because it's uphill.
That's what. I thought something was fishy. And not Spidey.
Via.
Wow, yeah. Dope, bro.
Yes.
Oh, I'll lose it. Sim Shifter is
वाह यार
asking. Sim Shifter is asking what should be a good time here.
bro, 127 9 or 8 I could do yesterday on a few tries. So 128 would be good, I guess. Lower 120s. Because Akshay has become weapon and I love to race him. अक्षय पार्टी में नहीं आ जाता तेरे से बेशरम.
बुलाओ यार
Tell
सबको.
me what is the reply.
Just start hitting people. Na? I think we need to get more like a corporal punishment thing in SR.
No, bro, punishment is always gonna make villains.
हाँ. अक्षय says के अक्षय is saying बहुत चिल्लाता है कैम में. मैं नहीं सहता
Ah,
भाई. मैं बिल्कुल नहीं सहता.
I thought that was me, my personality.
सी एक ये है इज्जतदार अच्छा वाला रिप्लाई. फिर एक रिप्लाई होता है चिल्लाएगा तू व्हेन आई एम डन विद
Right.
यू. सी.
I thought this was family friendly stream.
None of no. Artemis racing is not family friendly by any means. Artemis racing is for adults. I make sure that I set all my videos to say that this is not for kids. That's why
Right.
I
तो फिर
wanted.
अक्षय कर रहा है यहाँ पे.
That's why I make sure that people understand that this is for big boys who can take jokes.
जा अक्षय.
Ah, I should have shifted earlier. Shit. You're right. Just as you hit that red indicator, the starting of it.
Yep.
Oh, I could do this in third only instead of second.
Yep.
Thing is, this car drives a whole lot like a kart, and like it doesn't
Exactly.
require a lot
Input.
of steering input. And I figured that out yesterday when I was doing like the.
Bro, you can basically turn this car with your brain.
Yeah, exactly. I do not need to double down here. Just a single time.
There no need for spin there.
Nice. Look at that time gain.
Yup.
I did not even turn the bop on here. I think that's my problem. That is why I'm struggling.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think I have turned the bop on. Oh, let's just save my best lap replay. Um, event settings, car settings. No, not event. Event settings. Yes, bop was off. Tire wear. I'm gonna keep 1x because I'm still practicing for pace. Grip reduction. They moved up to real for lobby A and B. They changed the settings for lobby A and B.
Yum.
Yeah, so it's harder for us. We're also gonna have heavy damage instead of light damage.
Yum.
Yeah, so basically for us it is no longer rookie motorsports. For us it is like any other league.
So that should be or the case every time.
Yeah. But I am super interested in watching the rookie races as well, which I don't think I'll be able to.
But I don't think so they're gonna keep all the races at once. Or are they?
They are, yeah. Because the time's same for everybody.
So they have four
They're gonna
hosts,
have, yeah, four hosts, four lobbies.
where then YouTube replays for the win.
Yeah. Am I just taking the wrong line downhill?
Yeah, you are turning a bit too early for the
Uh,
downhill section.
because I'm missing the second apex, right?
Yeah.
Thing is, I still haven't dialed down the tire squeal on this car. Like how much it likes to just lose grip.
Hmm.
There's one drawback I found with my Moza wheel. I have a
Hmm.
latency in the wheel. So whatever I'm feeling is basically about 2/10 off from what the car is experiencing.
Press F to pay respect.
Press F. There's a buy me a coffee link in my chat. Pay Rohan to get him in there.
Yep. But भाई फायदा क्या है? How much did you spend for this wheel and
I
all?
spend a lot for this wheel. I for the whole thing now, I think I've spent just for I'm if I'm talking about the wheel and everything, I think I've spent upwards of 1 lakh.
Okay. But that's not much then.
Ah, for you, no?
Because no, not why. Yeah. That's why I'm using a 923.
No, you're using a 923 because you like a 923. That's
So
different.
I'm
You went
I'm gonna
onto a
burn it
DD wheel
by
and said
pouring
it's not worth it.
kerosene. I'm gonna burn my wheel with a kerosene
Yes,
can.
and we're gonna stream it live. I'm gonna come to
Yes,
your
please.
place. I'm gonna stream
Yes.
the Samadhi of winners G923
So this
content
wheel is
post.
so bad. Can't even explain how bad it is.
It's at least better than the T300 boys who are having to
Bro, that's
install
just like
fans.
saying I-20 is enjoyable to drive better than an Alto. I don't care.
I'm saying the T300 boys are having to install fans and shit on their this thing.
Bro, we are in a hot country, so.
I know, but like still, like it just doesn't seem
Bro,
right.
Saurav has fans for his V29.
Saurav is Saurav, man. Saurav is coping with life.
Skill issue, bro.
It's a skill issue. Saurav has all the means to not need those fans, and he still does. He's maximizing performance.
क्या पता अपने खुद के लिए लगाए हो.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to learn this gear shifting because I've been driving this car out.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to get used to it. Come on, boy, faster. Yeah, I keep missing my downshifts. Okay, I have a educational stream to get back to. Thank you so much for helping me out and giving me tips. Right,
Yes, you
I'm
continue. I'll
yes,
also hop off, watch a
thank
movie,
yes,
and we'll play tomorrow.
lovely. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, winner.
Yeah. Good night. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night. Okay, that was big man winner. Always here for the win. I love that guy ever since the day I've met him. And yeah, let's get back to okay. So Winner helped us figure out the car better, so which I ideally I should have told you guys. But yeah, there's a hack as well that I usually practice, which I'm gonna show you now. So this is going to stay between us. I hope, right? So whoever gets this, whoever watches the replay, those are the only people on Artemis Racing that know on how to utilize this hack, right? So the good thing about GD7 is we have a massive, massive, massive showcase, and somewhere or the other, someone has posted a replay for the track that you want, right? So we're gonna go. Where is the United States? Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta, current car, and we can do mostly. You want to search daily race qualifying time trial. Why? Because the Bob's always on, right? And you want to do a content search. Laps, reference laps, right? And the good thing is, if you're, let's say, already a little bit off, let's see, let's find a time that's going to be like very, very, very close to what we want to have. So we could do 129, which means clearly that's not the pace. And these all are 130, 129. I'm assuming these are on racing hard tires, so they're not going to help us, right? Let's search again. And instead of daily race qualifying time trial, we're going to do online time trial. We can do lobby as well. You can do lobby. You can check some laps here of people who have done time trials. But if you really want like a very, very good reference, you do an online time trial. No online time trial. Where is just the normal time trial? There it is. Time trial, right? Current search. There you go. Right? Now these are going to be non-bop times. I want people to understand that these are going to be non-bop, because if you see, a lot of these are done in 2023, but some people here have done in in 2026. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one lap and I'm gonna add it to my collection, and bop enabled. So in the description says bop enabled. Great. So you have found a reference lap that you can see, right? And that's great. 1x tire and fuel, real tire type grip reduction. And I don't know if I think the racing, I think it would be on racing soft tires, I'm assuming. So I'm just gonna save this. um I'm pretty sure it's gonna be racing soft tires. I'm also gonna, but that's okay. Even if it's on racing softs, like you have a reference, right? 126.7 is the time. I'm gonna go and verify that. So we're gonna go back to the time trial world circuits. We're gonna go back. Actually, I don't think we need to. We don't need to. We can simply go to showcase. We can go to our collection, watch the time trial. Let's see what the guy has done. Let's see what settings he has. If we're really lucky, he's also going to be on sports soft tires, but I doubt it. We're going to play the replay. We're going to instantly stop it, make sure that we see car info only. I generally don't see the use of seeing race info. We're going to move to our, but yeah, it's racing soft tires. Okay, fair enough, but still we will get like some reference as to what we have to do, right? So he's coming here, he's going in fourth. Look at where he's shifting, right? This is exactly what Winner was saying, that these guys are testing these cars out as we speak. And if you check the replay on downhill, he held again, right? All in all, you don't need to completely have this lap, right? Because this is on racing softs. So we're gonna what we'll have to do is basically move the brake markers a little bit, compensate for sliding a little bit, right? But if I talk about between racing softs, I think 1.5 second is a good time. And the time I think he's gonna do here is gonna be a 1:27.2. So 1.5 off of that is one, roughly 1:28.5, 1:28.7. That is the time that we are gonna be aiming for, right? Because that's gonna be a very good, very, very good time, like for us, in terms of what I think people are going to be doing. And also you can always refer your community labs on what people are doing. You can go to YouTube, check reference labs there. But basically you can find reference labs, right? So this is obviously he did a 1:26.7. That's great lab. um let's see, let's see if we can do content search, current car, replays, and let's just do United States. Where is it? MMM, Michelin Raceway Road Grand Prix. Right? If we try to do a search, 132, 1:26.7 is what we saw. Let's try to find a more better time, right? Like something that is more our range. Like 122 is just not it. Um, that's not happening, right? So because he probably has like the modded version of the car. Let's see. Could we? No, we don't have the filters, right? Let's just search Bob if we can. Do we have Bob? No. Keyword we can put, right? Bob. Search. Radical SR3 one lane. Should have Bob this one. One. I don't think we can use this time. So I think we're gonna use this time as a reference because that's the only one we got with Bob on. We're gonna go back to World Circuits, and there's two ways you can practice this, right? Way one is if you put on racing soft tires and then do exactly what you should, and then understand the track and everything, and then go back and do the sports soft. I don't recommend that. What I recommend is, now that you've gotten a reference lap, reference time, I say you go back to the basics. You brake late, you turn late, whatever it is, like we discussed yesterday. So I'm exactly going to do that, right? I'm going to have this car, I'm going to go to time trial, I'm going to go to full force, go to daytime, I'm going to turn my bop on, settings, car settings is fine, and event settings, bop on, tire wear 1x, fuel x 1x. We want to do that because we want to account for what it's going to be like in our lobbies. Shortcut penalty, I want to get weak. We don't have any wall penalties, so that's okay. And I'm going to go here. I am ranking board. No, not ranking board. We're going to go to go settings, load ghost, collection. This is, you can either load this or you can go to my items. You can select your fastest lap 129, right? So what I said, right, 1:26.790. um that's about two, if you add 2 seconds to 1:28.7 should be our time, right? And we're sitting at 1:29.2. So we're gonna load our time. We're gonna do just the loaded ghost because that's, we're gonna set it off to how many turns are there. So this is where it gets like, you have to get into a little bit of um maths, right? So you have to count the number of turns. So one, then you have the down section. That's two, four, 6, 7, 8, right? So if we talk about, let's say, around 8 corners, let's take that an average, and then we want to get 1 second. So we want to keep it at about 0.2. I think that's exactly what I set it at. Um, I want to set the ghost to at 0.2 because I want to gain about 2 tenths every corner, right? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make sure that we have reset ghost on, right? What I'm trying to do here is I'm only going to do sector 1 until the ghost resets. And since the ghost is about 2 tenths away from me, right? I'm going to try and catch this ghost and get 2 tenths in sector 1. That's it. I'm going to constantly reset to sector 1 again and again and again. I'm going to get out of here. We're going to get a ghost in just a second. There's our ghost. We're going to just do sector 1. We're going to brake very late. See if it works. Nope, not catching the ghost. That's it. That's what we're going to do. That's it, right? And we're going to again reset. Why? Because the time that we want is we want to gain 2 tenths on that ghost. So whatever changes we're going to do, we're going to go sector by sector, and we're going to try and improve, right? Because you guys don't have the same car circuit experience here. So how do you make sure that you're doing it right? You try to gain time by testing, right? So I am catching on the ghost. Crashed, right? Mukhtar says, Winner said, don't break late. I tried last night and it was understeering. Yes, it is probably understeering for you, Mukhtar, because this car does not like a lot of steering, right? And let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to do this, right? I'm having to hold my brake. I'm having to slow down. Now watch me when I just watch the red dot on the screen. Zoom in if you have to, but watch the red dot on the screen. See how much rotation I'm able to get by just holding it here. That's it. That is my that's it. That's how much I'm turning. Look at how much rotation I'm getting. You saw that, right? Now let me do that again, but with more steering input. And you're gonna see that this car absolutely does not like when you try to over push the grip, because you're gonna lose grip and you're understeering at that point. I'm just doing a little bit of steering. Look how much rotation I've gotten. Look how much enough for me to go into the wall. And if you look at my steering input, if you go back and you look at it, it was here. It was this. This is my steering input. The moment I do this car doesn't like it. It understeers like crazy. And we're gonna experience that at the exit of this chicane itself. So because I don't wanna make it like too long and too boring. So I'm just gonna show it to you here. And look, this car doesn't like it. The car really doesn't like it. And you can feel that in your wheel, right? Your wheel is heavy, 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 and suddenly it gets light. If you're on wheel, suddenly it doesn't want to go where you want it to go anymore. Look, car's still going wide. Look at where the car's going. I'm doing nothing. I'm just scrubbing the tires, right? So this car drives like a car, right? I would recommend you crank up your wheel settings to the absolute max so you can feel what a car feels like. And then I think you're gonna be able to get very, very fast on this car. So we're gonna brake at the second corner because I saw that we had a lot of rotation on our foot. I need to give more throttle there earlier, sooner. Look, look, I gained 2/10. That's it. That's what I have to do. So now my target time is 33.377. That's the target time that I've done, right? I'm going to try and do, let's say, another tenth on it. 33.377 was there, right? We're going to go to Ghost settings. I'm going to set it to zero point 0.3. And then I'm going to again try to catch the ghost. We're going to see if we can't do a 33.2 something. And guys, whatever view you play in, like, take all your references on that view only, right? Don't worry about other views. Don't try to copy. The more you try to copy without knowing what you're copying, the more you're going to struggle, right? So now the car is 3/10 ahead. Just being aggressive on the throttle. Just being aggressive. Just being aggressive. And don't worry about trying to catching that ghost off rip. You're gonna catch it. Don't worry about it. Right? I caught it. I caught that ghost. Is the time 33.2? Yes. We took off a tenth. So that's what I was saying. Just do a lap. Now if I was practicing, right, I would consistently try to do a 33.2, 33.1, because this a 3/10 gap is a massive gap. So I would just focus on the first sector right now. A 33.2. I have three sectors on this track, right? If I'm not wrong. There's about three sectors on this track. And let me just quickly check how many sectors are on this track. Anyway, I think there are about three sectors on it. Let me quickly find that out in the circuit experience. Um, come on, come on, come on. Yes, it is 10. Harshit set it up last time and I'm stuck on it. What's 10? I'm sorry, I forgot. I completely forgot. Oh yeah, the rating. Okay, the wheel setting. So always test out the settings. Yeah, there's three sectors, right? Now I have set up goes that's point 0.3 ahead of me. If I catch that ghost every sector, let's say I practice first sector, I've caught it 3/10, once, two, twice, three times, four times. I've set that ghost up, and my last time was about 129 something. If I am catching every ghost that is 3/10, and then I set a lap, my lap is going to be at least 8/10. If, let's say, even if I make some mistakes in trying to get the lap together, my lap is going to be 8/10 faster. 8/10. And if I've done pieced everything together, I'm going to be 9/10 faster. That's almost a second you can gain purely without looking at a ghost, without looking at anybody else, without looking at anything. All you have to do is test, test, and test. Try to break a little later, right? Move things in small increments. If you have outbroke yourself, move the brake marker back, right? If you're coming close to the ghost on entry and then it is leaving you on exit, that means you have compromised your exit, right? Think of the things that you would have to do about compromising your exit, right? Think about those two things. And the best thing, the absolute best thing you can do is get a faster driver to give you a lap. And that's what I'm going to talk about here. I have about 25 minutes before I wrap up, right? So this was me trying to explain to you guys how to get pace on combinations that you don't have reference labs for. Let's assume that you guys are able to get a reference lab. तुमको कहीं से एक बहुत बढ़िया reference lab मिली, right? And what I'm gonna do, since I don't have a time on any of these tracks, I want to show you how to use the data log to make sure that you guys are understanding and the most common mistakes that people make while using a data log, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a qualifying time trial, right? And I'm gonna load up two laps on the data log, right? I'm gonna go to data logger, global ranking. I'm gonna load Burton's lap, right? And I'm just gonna come here and I'm gonna load, let's say, somebody 128 to 127.8. That's about 4/10, right? I'm gonna load Survey's lap and Burton's lap. I'm gonna do that, okay? Now I don't have anybody on voice chat, so I'm gonna start using my controller for this. I'm just gonna pull out the plug on this and hopefully everything's still working on stream. Um yeah, there's no game audio, right? Yeah, there's game audio. Okay. So assume that the yellow lap is your lap and the blue lap is the world fastest, right? So what are you going to do is there's two things you have to do only here when you're watching the data logger. Use this screen, right? And use the second screen. That's it. These are the two screens that you have to use, right? And these screens will give you the information you need to get faster. And when you come in here, this screen I generally don't use, but if you have open setups, and I'm just going to walk over this, if you have open setups you can see the setup difference here. If bop is applied and or if bop is not applied, which is what happened to me when I was trying to set up a lap in time trial. So I had a non bop lap that I was using for reference, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why he could brake late and accelerate sooner than me and faster than me. Couldn't figure out for the life of me until I came to the screen and I realized that I had Bob applied and he did not have Bob applied, the reference lab. So this screen I generally use for this. Otherwise, there are fancy drift analyzers. I haven't used it yet. You can use it, but this is a little bit too advanced for people who are trying to find that last tenth. We are gonna need three things: your throttle input, your gear, and your brake input. Those are the things that you need, right? And you're going to go to screen number one. You're going to come here. You're going to come to the starting of the lap, right? And if you notice, the most important thing is on top right. So one second, I think I need to fix this for the vertical stream. So people on the vertical stream, just go to the horizontal stream because you won't be able to see what I'm trying to show you. Just go to my channel, check out the horizontal stream, right? But here's what you're going to do, right? You're going to notice one thing and one thing only when you're beginning. You're going to notice your speed. That's why I ask you guys to set it up in miles per hour, because when you do it in miles per hour, that's when you have a lot of margin, right? Like the speeds are moving slower, it is easier to compare, and it's easier to watch your speeds change as well when you're driving. So go in here, come in to turn one, right? Uh, yeah. Now, if you look at it on the entry, right, the the blue okay, one second. Sorry, I have to make sure that it's this and yellow lab is the world's fastest. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, coming here, yes, this is it, right? Yeah. When you come to the apex, if you see the faster guy is carrying a mile an hour more into the apex than the slower guy, right? When in your case, the slower guy or the blue line would mostly be you, right? And if you check the speed difference at the apex, it is minor, 95.8, 95.4. Let's say on the apex 96. Like, check the lowest speed that they're hitting, right? So the yellow car is hitting lowest is 95 miles an hour, right? Whereas the blue car is hitting 93.8. That's 1.2 mile per hour difference on the apex. And you're going to see what it means, what it translates to when you exit out to the end of the straight. By the time you reach your next braking zone, which on this track is very, 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 very late. But yeah, by the time you reach your next braking zone, that 1 mile per hour difference is worth a whole tenth, just because the yellow car was able to carry 1 mile per hour more through the apex. Now, in your case, it's going to be 3, 4, 5 miles. How do you get those 3, 4, 5 miles? You come here. Now, there could be two mistakes you're making. Number one, you're doing it fundamentally wrong. And how, number two is that your fundamentals are there, but your inputs are incorrect. How do you know the difference? If your time is anywhere outside of the 1.5 to 2 second mark from the global leader, basically, if you're outside the 5% delta, 4 to 5% delta, you're fundamentally doing something wrong. At that point, you don't need to worry about anything else except your gears into the corner, like the lowest apex speed in the corner, and your gear out of the corner. Those are the two things that you should be worrying about, nothing else. When you're looking at the replay, forget about this thing, forget data logger, don't look at the data logger. That's too much for you at that point, right? If you're within that 4 to 5% delta, that means you're within 1.5 to 2 seconds, then that means your fundamentals are there, but your inputs are wrong, right? Your inputs are, you're maybe braking a little bit too much, or you're carrying too little speed through the corner, you're being too safe with it. That's okay. That's absolutely fine, right? So if you're in that 5% delta, you reach the apex here, you get to here, right? Check your inputs. Guys, understand this. This is now the first dotted line is here. So I'm gonna stop it here. Understand this. Everything you do on corner entry is gonna decide the output you're gonna get at corner exit. Whatever happens at corner exit is a consequence of what you do at corner entry, right? So you're gonna come here, you're gonna zoom in, and this is your corner entry, right? And you're gonna compare. Now, if you see these guys are so close to each other, but you're gonna start with the brake trace, right? You're gonna see that the yellow car carries the throttle longer, right? He downshifts a little sooner, but he's at full throttle. That's going to tell you about how the car reacts. This car has such a long range of power band that it can handle a lower gear at full throttle as well, right? So the gear is sixth. The yellow car drops the throttle later and downshifts sooner. If you remember, if you're gonna go watch, if you haven't watched yesterday's episode, you need to go there and check out. The quicker you downshift, the quicker your car's gonna decelerate, right? That's why he's going on for longer and he's gonna decelerate, right? And if you check out the throttles, right, this throttle trace for the yellow and blue car, notice that the spikes are separate for the first one. That's because the yellow car requires less of a throttle blip. That means it was in a better rev range, right? Mostly they are identical except here. So the faster car is using second gear to get more rotation into the corner, and out of the corner they're both using gear 4. They're very very similar, right? This is where the differences come. Their brake trace is also very similar. This brake trace is not something for you to worry about because it's so close. The thing to notice here is a, they're using second gear for rotation, and look at the throttle trace, right? The guy in the blue car goes on the throttle much sooner, has an error, has to drop the throttle and then go back to 100%, right? And if you look at the time trace, let's start where they start the corner, right? Just at the end of all of this culmination, this is where your corner entry is. By corner entry, the blue car has only lost about half a tenth. By corner exit, like, blue car has only lost about 0.47. By corner exit, when they both get to full throttle, it's zero point 0.8. That's double the amount of time that they had lost on corner entry. So the blue car now, what they need to do, they need to start leaving the throttle or coasting later. They brake at the same trace, right? So he can carry more speed into the corner, and then he needs to wait to get on the throttle, right? This is where they're gonna get it. And if you check after that, this is the consequence. The yellow car that was faster can get onto gear 5 sooner than the blue car. At the end of that corner exit, the blue car, even though has higher speed, right? But then when you get to it, the yellow car is just getting to that rev range quicker, right? So having more speed at the straight does not mean you're quicker. Carrying more speed through the corners makes you quicker. Let's see another example, right? So he lost a tenth here. He lost a tenth in this section, which is very, very close, by the way. And he comes in here, he takes this section, right? At the entry of it, his time was about a tenth, and at the exit of it, when he comes here, it's about 2 tenths. So he lost another whole tenth here. Let's analyze, and you're gonna see a pattern here, right? You're gonna see a pattern that the blue car is dropping throttle sooner, it's getting on the brakes sooner, it's not carrying enough speed through the corner, and then on corner exit is going late. It's everything that we do as rookies. We're too careful. We don't want to crash the car. We're scared. We don't want to test the limits of the car. Why not? If you know exactly what you're doing, and I bet you, if you're going to look at the replays, the yellow car will more be in control of the car. The yellow car is going to seem slower, but will be faster. That's because we live on hopium. We as rookies, we live on hopium, which is something you don't have to do. You don't have to live on hopium, right? Now, if I compare my time to it, you're gonna see massive issues, massive issues. Let's see. I don't even have a replay saved, so I can't show you guys. That's okay. But yeah, that is roughly everything, guys, that I wanted to share with you before this league. Those are the tips and tricks I use to get more information. I showed you almost every way that I know on how to get information. From that point onwards, you just have to act on that information, right? You don't have to constantly guess. You have to learn, you have to look at the data, you have to understand. So don't guess. There's no point in guessing, right? Guessing is no good. And also, please do not try harder. Like, don't go on the track saying, oh, I'm gonna push the, you're just gonna overdrive the car. It's just of no use, right? With that, this is the second and the final episode of me teaching you RMS. From the next stream onwards, whenever I do it, it's either gonna be me actually practicing and taking questions, or I will help you guys set a quicker lap time, or we'll review your laps, or we can have small races and stuff, right? Thank you for watching. I am gonna log off now. I am also gonna go view the SNIs. Hi Saurav, back again. I'm also gonna log off now. I'm gonna go watch the walkthrough by MJK. And if you guys are from SNI here, make sure you go check out that stream on the track walk by MJK. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you. Bye bye. Bye bye.